Welcome everyone, my name is Chris and today we're going to be giving a demonstration on how you can use Couchdrop to connect to SharePoint via SFTP. As you can see, we're logged into our Couchdrop portal and ready to go. So we're going to get started by coming over on the left hand side under SFTP server to cloud folders. First stage here is connecting a cloud folder for our SharePoint. So we're going to click Add Cloud Folder and then Add Integration. Couchdrop supports a variety of integration types. You'll see at the top here we have some hosted storage connections as well as about 30 other platforms, all of your kind of major cloud storage providers. Today we are focusing on SharePoint, so we're just going to go ahead and click Add Connection on SharePoint. Here we will be prompted to give our storage connection a name. We can just use SharePoint SFTP in this instance, and also a path. So for this is just going to specify what we would like the folder to be called. In Couchdrop, our cloud storage integration, we're going to call this SharePoint. Here, we're going to now need to authorize with SharePoint. This is done via OAuth authentication. And we're prompted here with some details on what level of access Couchdrop will need to your environment. And we can go ahead and click consent on behalf of your organization and accept those conditions there. Now we're going to get a nice green connection online test come back, confirming that we are in fact connected to SharePoint. We now have the option down below to actually choose a specific site, document library, user, or folder within SharePoint that we'd like to connect to. So this allows us to, for example, I have this data hub site here. I want to just connect to this site. And in fact, I'm going to have quite a few different users connecting in. So within this data hub, I want to go ahead and create a folder specifically for SFTP access. So I'm going to specify this SFTP folder. And now we want to get this specific folder connected to Couchdrop. So in step 3, we're going to click on choose location. That's going to give us a little pop-up here, and we can come down to our data hub site. Double click to open that, double click again to open the document library, and then just click once to select our SFTP folder. Once we've selected that, that is our connection to SharePoint fully complete. So we'll see here in our file browser, we now have our newly created SharePoint folder. And when we click on this, this is going to display us the contents of that SFTP location we've attached it to. Obviously, at the moment, there is no data inside of this SFTP folder. So we're actually going to create a couple of folders inside SFTP that we're going to attach our users to. We have a couple of users that will be connecting in this scenario, so we want to create separate folders for each of those users. From Couchdrop, we can actually create the folders in SharePoint straight from the Couchdrop front end, just by clicking on Create and then New Folder. Here we can specify our folder name. We're going to use Customer A, and we'll create another one here for Customer B. Checking back on the SharePoint side, we can open and refresh, and we see our Customer A and Customer B folders have been freshly created inside SharePoint. Now that we've got some new folders set up for our users to be connected to, we can come over to the Users tab underneath SFTP server, and we can create a new SFTP user. Couchdrop automatically generates a username here. We're going to go ahead and replace that with a username here. I'm going to use demo vid user A. And it's going to auto-generate a password in this instance. And we also have the option here to select the automatic generation of some key pairs for use with key-based authentication when connecting via an SFTP client. We'll go ahead and enable that, and then we're going to select in step 2 our services that this user can access. So we have SFTP access by default. We also have the ability to configure FTP or FTPS access. We'll leave that disabled for the time being, and then we're going to set the home directory or root directory for this user. This home or root directory is where the user is going to be sort of bound to. They won't have access to any other user data or other folders, and in this instance we're going to set it to our customer A folder. So we're going to double click on SharePoint and then click once to select our customer A folder. Click on create account to finish the process here, and this will give us our username, password, and key pair. So we're going to copy these out, and we recommend that you download these credentials for use later on as well. We're going to switch over to FileZilla now and get logged in. Great. So now we're in FileZilla. We have our hostname specified here. We are connecting via the SFTP protocol to our Couchdrop demo.couchdrop.io domain. Our username is going to be demovid user A, and we're going to paste in our password here. We can go ahead and click on Quick Connect to get authenticated, and we can see that we have successfully listed the remote directory. You'll notice at the moment that we obviously don't have any files inside our remote directory for custom A, which we've just created. So we are going to select a few of these files and from our local machine and drag them across into our SharePoint location. Now that our files are all uploaded, we can switch back to our Couchdrop and take a look inside our customer A folder, and we see our files have been successfully received here. That concludes our demonstration of connecting to SharePoint via SFTP. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us directly via support@couchdrop.io. Thank you all for joining today, and we'll see you in the next one.